What's up everybody, it's your boy Crazy Cheshire. Welcome back. Today I want to talk about a synergistic build between you and your Mimic summon. But before we get into that, credit goes to RageGamingVideos. That's who I saw do this build, and of course I wanted to test it out. I changed a couple of things to fit my playstyle, but mainly it's pretty much the same thing. But unfortunately for me, I kind of went and already killed all the major bosses, so the only other thing I could do is throw this build at anything that's still alive. And let me show you something real quick. Do you see these skulls all over my map? Like these? This is where Mimic soloed all of these bosses. This is where Mimic soloed all of these bosses by himself without me intervening as much as possible. He almost even killed Gorang right here, but he didn't. All of these places, I just threw him at everything that I could find, and he soloed all of these places by himself, even both of these guys right here. And they're painful, to say the least. They are painful. But this is a synergistic build. So that means the Mimic was pretty much only fighting at 50% its power, not because I'm as a player worth of 50% of its power, but of the synergy that we're supposed to have with each other, and it did really well. And if you're still not sold, I'm pretty sure Rage Gaming did that build on first playthrough. This is a playthrough 15, therefore bosses have more health and deal more damage. Don't believe me? Let me show you real quick that this is a 15th playthrough and the next one will be the 16th. As you can see right here, begin journey 16. And hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea on how good this build actually is. Now let's get into what do we actually need to make ourselves and our Mimic a tank. And you would need an armor with as much poise as possible. This is the best armor that I have. Full go armor pretty much. Why do we need as much poise as possible? So you don't get interrupted when you're gonna be attacking the boss or the enemy. That's why. To get this armor, however, you would need to do a Patches quest line. You can find him right over here in this cave, but depending on where you are in your playthrough, he might have moved in another location. But whenever you find him, I would also suggest buying this little thing right here, Margit's Shackle. We're gonna use that to get one of our Ashes of War easier. However, for our helmet, we're wearing a white mask, which is not part of this set, and you would have to do a white mask quest line, the guy that you meet actually at the first step. And whenever you're going to be able to get over here to this location, you would have to defeat invaders in this area, and would actually drop a full set of armor with the white mask. But if you defeat boss in this area, you're not going to be able to get this. And the reason why we're going to be actually wearing white mask, because our weapon that we're going to be using has a blood loss, and when it triggers, it's going to deal more damage. For our weapon, we want to get ourselves a Great Stars weapon, and you can find that right here on the map. And there's going to be a caravan that's passing by, and you can just run to it, jump in the back. You will find it right here in this chest. For the Ash of War that we're gonna put on this weapon, you would actually need to travel over here. This is the closest grace that I have, and you would pretty much need to go down in this direction, and you would find yourself a invisible scarab that will be running around here. You would kill this scarab and you will get this Ash of War, and there it is. Why do we want this specific Ash of War and on this weapon? Normally this weapon by itself will heal you on like light attacks and heavy attacks, by itself, the Ash of War will heal you on 30% of your health. So the bigger the health bar that you have, the more healing you will get. But with this weapon, now you're gonna get healed for 31%. And any little bit will actually help us. For our shield, however, it's up to you which shield you want to use. The main thing that we need is Ash of War. And it can be put on a small, medium, or large shield. For you to get this Ash of War, you need to travel over here into this place, and you need to destroy pretty much chariots. But I did tell you to get something from patches, if you remember, and we're gonna use that little thing in a specific place, and you'll run into a couple of skeletons around here and chariots, and they hurt a lot. But make your way down in this pretty much little opening. There's going to be other enemies. I don't want to spoil what you're going to be fighting here, but a couple of things. But run through here, take a right over here, and then you're going to go over here pretty much where more or less this plant was at, and we're going to use the Margit Shackle, and you will see something incredible in a little bit. Right there in the middle, you'll see a light spawn, and that's where another chariot will spawn that will destroy the other chariots, and that's how you will get this Ash of War to put on your shield. To get this talisman, you would need to come over here on the map pretty much. This was the closest grace that I've gotten, and pretty much you need to climb all the way to the top right here, and you'll find this chest. Use it and it will teleport you to another location. When you get teleported to this location over here, pretty much just grab this grace, make your way forward. There is going to be a surprise waiting for you over here. Go to the right and you will find this talisman in this chest. To get this talisman right here, you would have to go all the way over here pretty much and make your way through a lot of enemies to actually get here. And then make your way all the way through all these routes. We're going to be climbing on top of a building, kind of. We're going to go over here. We're going to drop down over here. Then we're going to take a left over here, go up, take this route, and make it pretty much to the top of this building. Then drop into this hole. And there's going to be a ton of enemies, and you will find your loot in this chest over here. To get this talisman, you would actually have to come over here on the map. This is the closest grace, and you need to do a Alexander's quest pretty much. You will find him stuck right here, but depending on where you are in your playthrough, he might have moved to another location. So you would need to do his entire quest line for you to be able to get this talisman. And to get this talisman, you would actually have to go all the way over here and kill Malekith. And after you've done that, you will actually get teleported back in here pretty much. And then you would need to go pretty much to this location, take an elevator up, then go across this long bridge, take an elevator down over here, and you will find your prize located over here on the map. After you take the elevator down pretty much, you will arrive over here, and you will find your treasure located right there on that branch pretty much. But it's not going to be as easy as just going there and grabbing. There's going to be a couple of surprises waiting for you down there. And last thing on our list is to get this raw meat dumpling. It's not for you to use, it's more for your mimic because it poisons the user, but it also restores a lot of health, and our mimic has way more health than we do, so that's perfect for mimic. Don't forget to equip it when you get it. You can find it right here on this corpse located on the map over here. This is where we were at this village, and we made our way down pretty much right here, and this is where you can get it. Now that we have everything that we need, let me briefly explain how to use this. Pretty much you want to use your Ashes of War on your shield first. It will put down this area on the floor pretty much. within this area, you're gonna be getting healed and you're gonna take way less damage within this area. At the same time, there's you and your Mimic. So there's probably gonna be at least 1 or 2 areas like this present, most likely almost at all times. When you use an Ash of War on your weapon, if you hit an enemy, it will heal you for 30% of your health. But if your Mimic is near you, guess what? It's gonna heal Mimic and you and vice versa. That's why this is a synergistic build. And now we're gonna go and bully Rykard. And this is a gimmick boss with a lot of health, and you're supposed to use specific weapon to actually fight this boss, and we're not gonna use that. I'm also actually not even gonna use the shield. I'm just gonna be literally using this weapon. The shield is gonna be on my back. I'm not gonna be using the wondrous flasks or any kind of magic to give me a power boost as well. We're just gonna get in there, pretty much summon our Mimic, and we're gonna go ham and try to keep an eye on my health and Mimic's health as well. You will see sometimes pretty big jumps all of a sudden. Like that. And just normal attacks will heal you as well. Plus there's bleed on this weapon. So there's plenty of survivability. Ash of War, heal. And I'm constantly staying in fire as well. There we go, proc bleed. And just continue going at it. There we go. Bam, we just got healed from our Mimic's Ash of War. Not even from our own, from our Mimics. Slam. Another bleed. Come here, you. And this is the annoying part. He will start freaking running from us. He will literally start running from us. Come here. Oh, swirlies. Ash of War. Bam. There we go. And he's done. Now, on to the second phase. Only tried to kill you, I swear. Come here. Bam. Healed. Healed. This build is absolutely ridiculous. Ooh, Mimic's missing some health. Ow, I'm missing some health now. Oh, I see why Mimic is missing health. He's getting blasted by the skulls. Perfect. Stay with me, Mimic. There we go. I healed you. You're welcome. Attack, Mimic. Attack. There we go. Nice bleed. Huge. Go, get his leg. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need his leg. Probably not even his leg. Hey, if this was helpful or informative, don't forget to leave a like. Maybe subscribe to the channel. That's literally up to you. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.